got a brand new show for y'all tonight. Just be ready. I'm building something.
You know, I hear a lot of people say that, I have a photographer that can capture the shot that I need, but when they see the images in which we have, it's almost like, why go anywhere else? When you want the right shot, come to the best. 5-Star Production.
All right. Thank you. I gotta do that. All right, so check this out, y'all. Tonight, I'm usually excited when I have a guest, and it's a great thing to have this particular guest and co-host tonight, because she is doing a lot of great things in the world, and she have done a lot of things and accomplished some things in life. But we're going to talk about it all tonight. We're going to talk about childhood trauma if we can. We're going to talk about relationships if we can. We're going to talk about the success if we can. We're going to talk about just pursuing dreams if we can. And then we're going to talk about how is podcasting coming and how do we like that in itself. So without further ado, y'all, I want to bring forth the great Merlin Green.
Okay.
You didn't like that?
I really do like the great Marilyn Green. Okay.
You didn't like that?
I did.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, it is what it is,
I'd rather you say the great rather than the late Marilyn Green. So.
Oh, of course, the great. Of course, I got to say the great. I didn't say late.
I know.
I said the great.
I know.
The fabulous.
Yeah, I like all of those.
Yeah. Those are great accolades, something great to have. So.
Yes.
I want to get into. First of all, I heard that you had gotten an award. Or did you get an award? Is that some grapevine stuff?
No, it ain't grapevine. It is the absolute truth. It's the absolute truth.
Okay.
Yes, I did get an award, and I actually had the opportunity to do an acceptance speech.
Okay.
And it was for my community partnership. I've been working in the great city of East St. Louis, Illinois for over 30 years behind the scenes. Even though I'm a podcaster, I'm a behind the scene person for real,
Right.
And I got it. And when I accepted it, I told people, I said, hey, I don't ever get that many awards. This is probably my fourth, and then one I've gotten throughout my lifetime. But it was perhaps the one that meant the most to me because it was in my own town from my own people. And it was just exciting to get it. So I was happy to get that. And I got it from I forgot the name of the group. Doggone it. But anyway, I got it from them. So
right.
I was happy to get it, and it was gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and it was for what? What did it? What was
for community partnerships? I'm a great connector. Okay. I like to connect people to people. You have on here that I'm a podcast host, and my podcast is called Girl Who Don't You Know, because I know a lot of people and I like to connect people. So
right,
that's who I am.
Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. I think I mean awards. I think I only got 2, maybe. I think I got 2. I got 2. I
Well,
got you.
people tell me that people that, and I'm not trying to be mean, but they said, Marilyn, you just don't need them. Okay. Look like you already know it. Really? It don't matter if you
Right.
think I know it.
Right.
It's always good to get appreciated, always good to get celebrated. And sometimes I try to trick myself and say, girl, you don't need that for real. But when I got that award, man,
Right.
it was something fresh. It was something good. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Acknowledgement is always one of those things that you know that people are watching and paying attention, and when you don't think that they are, they are. So
They are.
that's always a great thing. That means that you're moving in the right direction, and sometimes we need that following that we don't know that's even following us.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. Hmm.
and to me, that I think that's good. So
Yes, I think it's great, Danny. I really do think it's great. I got your name right? Because I
yeah,
always
yeah,
get
yeah,
your
yeah,
name
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I always get it wrong.
You can say
Okay.
Danny, Daniel. It don't matter.
Well, I call you a whole different
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. Woodrow and all this whole other stuff.
No, I call you
No, no,
Mike because I thought you was
no,
a
no, no,
Mike.
no,
I thought
no,
your
no,
name
no,
was
no, no,
Mike.
no, 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 no. Amy calls me Mikey, cause the commercial Mikey. Hey, Mikey, he likes it. Eat everything. That's where
Oh,
that came from.
oh,
That's
I'm
where
like,
that came from.
I didn't know. I didn't know. So it's okay.
No,
I
no, no,
did
no, no.
not
We fine. We
know.
fine. We fine. We fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you get a chance to, if you come on the internet or if y'all on this page on this live, don't forget to share the broadcast and send it out uh, to all the people that you can send it out to. That helps the algorithm, help push the live a little bit. I could use some help. Maybe Miss Merlin can use some help. Well, she don't need no help. She got 50 million followers or something like
Oh,
that.
come on now, come on. That's only a pipe dream,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's coming though.
I
We're gonna
want
we
it
gonna
to
we gonna speak it
come.
into existence. It's
I
coming.
want it to come. I'm like, come on,
Yeah,
followers.
yeah. The followers will come. We need people to share the live. I'm over on YouTube at the same on the same under the same name. I got two pages over there, but on YouTube under Danny Faree. Those of you on YouTube, appreciate y'all stopping by, and don't forget to like over there and share the broadcast also.
Hmm.
Um, Hopefully tonight we're gonna have the whole D9 in the building. Anyway,
Okay.
anyway, so let me I'm gonna share the broadcast to a couple groups. That way you can I don't know if I shared. Did I sent? Well, no, I didn't send it to you. Or
I
uh,
shared it. I
okay,
shared it.
okay, got it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. So one of the questions I want to ask you is, how is it being a podcaster? Because
Oh my
you got to think that I'm 56. At 56, what do I think of being a podcaster? It's something might be different from what you feel at what 35. What are you 35, 36?
Don't be funny, Danny.
Well, I'm just saying.
Uh, uh,
So when you started podcasting, what was the thought process behind it?
Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Well, I started this podcast 4 years ago. All
Okay,
right. At that time, I started it when I was 65.
okay,
Okay. So you do the math. And so this year I'll be the big 6'9", almost going to go to that big 7'0". Right?
really,
Yes, sir. And so I'm gonna tell you, because I graduated from Eastside in 1974, do the math. Okay. So
really.
yeah, that's me. That's why I said no, I'm old, much older than you. Okay.
But you
Yeah.
know, you know,
Okay, but I'm just saying. So I had always, if we go back and date ourselves, I go back to the Johnny Carson before it was all these other people being
yes,
these. He
yes,
didn't have nothing but a podcast in which people will come on as guests, right? So I always wanted to go there, and I only wanted to go there just because I wanted to sit in that seat and touch that button and make this footstool come out, right? But I always have had the gift of gab. I was voted the most talkative in my class out of 564 students. So it's a gift.
Right.
And so I said, one day I'm gonna have me a show. So all of a sudden, I don't know what, Danny, I just said, I'm gonna start this show. I started in May,
Right.
all right,
Mhm.
mental health month.
Right.
And since then, I've just been rolling since then. And I like podcasting because guess what? I get to be me. I get to talk about what I want to talk about. I got a great platform. So I bring on great guests that I think my audience will really get some information from. And I've heard good things from them about
Right.
some of the information that I've given them. Right.
Right.
So, yeah. So yeah, the life of a podcaster for me is cool. It just fits into the groove of who I am. I like to talk. I like brilliant conversation. I like the intellectual stimuli. So it's just a natural for me.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So so what do you think that so far your biggest challenge has been when it comes to podcasting?
My biggest challenge, which I just got over it, was just hitting a wall. And hitting a wall of being creative. I'm very creative. I'm always thinking. I'm always looking for the next exciting thing that not only can I do on my podcast, I can write a blog about it. I can do different things with it. So I just was hitting. I'm gonna say the brick wall. I was hitting the brick wall in January. So January, I normally don't record anyway. I'm just getting myself together. But in January, I didn't have nothing ready, really, per se, for this month. Okay. And what I had set up, it was falling through. I couldn't meet, or she was doing something else, or whatever. So hitting that wall and not getting the guest I want or whatever, because I'm going to tell you, a long time ago, today in February, I would have my whole list of folks for the year
Right.
set up.
Right.
But this time I don't. And I know that there's something else. God has something else in store for me, such as this. I had no idea I was going to do this because I'm always the interviewer,
Right.
right?
Right.
So to sit here and be interviewed, it's a little different. But
What's
I'm
the
talking
difference?
to myself. I'm talking to myself to say, Marilyn, you don't ask the questions, you just listen and you just answer the questions. So yeah. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's the biggest challenge, is hitting the brick wall of creativity and always wanting to be relevant for my audience. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, cuz I think my biggest challenge probably has been I like to talk about a plethora of things when it
Hmm.
comes to, you know, I mean, let me say this, and I don't mean to boast.
Go
Let,
ahead, both. Go on, both.
let me say this. I like to talk about everything. There's a lot of things in the world that's happening, and a lot of things that have happened in the world on this great journey. So when it comes to whether you're talking about well, we're gonna talk about relationships.
Please. Whoop.
Whether you're talking about the dream of being something great or creating something great, we can talk about that. I mean, it's I got a lot of things that I can talk about. Even if we want to talk about something mechanical, I can kind of sort of talk about it. Whether it's rehabbing a house, whether it's trying to design something, we can talk about it. A lot of people are one dimensional
Hmm.
because I've been told, you got to talk about what the people want to talk about. Well, I get it. But like, and when I'm doing research or when I'm thinking about the journey of podcasting and the internet period, there are certain people that I go to if I want to talk, if I want to see what's next and
Hmm.
what's building in when it comes to uh, the social media space. So for
Right.
me, I like to talk about everything. You know what I mean? So
I like that.
I don't like to be one dimensional because I mean we become one dimensional. Uh, I mean, that everybody's talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I like that. I like that about you when I did research, as I've told you already, that I like the fact that you can just talk about whatever you want to talk about, because I think the key is to be a great conversationalist, but not don't hog the conversation. Just learn what I do is that I learn a few key words. Okay.
Yes.
I might say one word and then somebody take it away. And while what I'm doing and stuff, I'm learning even more about the subject without even researching it.
Right.
So that's what I do. So when people come on my podcast, I bounce off of them. I know something about the subject, but I don't know everything about the subject. And so I use that opportunity to bounce off of them. So that's
Right.
how I
I
do
mean,
it.
yeah, I think like I say, yeah,
I like what you say.
you can bounce the subjects and bounce off of people because it's dialoguing. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
so you got to be able to be to me that's just to me. You have to be versatile and be more enlightened on what's going on around you and
Exactly.
what's next when it comes to the podcast space. The podcast space is a little different from uh, I guess the podcast space is a little different from if I was doing radio or if I was
Mhm.
doing just whether I was doing something in person. I like live. Some people don't
I
like
do too.
live.
I do too.
Some people, oh, you should record it and then put it up and all this old stuff. But I like live because it gives me an opportunity to interact with people, and
Mhm.
I like to pick brains. So
But you know what? I like live too, but I did live for about 2 years, and then I went 1 year with, as I told you earlier, I mean yesterday or the other day, about I went pre-recording, and that's something that my post-production person, which is my oldest son, told me, right? But I really like live. Like I love that conversation with, I think it was Tanita. Is it
yeah,
Tanita?
yes,
What Tanita put up there, and she was spot on when she
yes,
said, "Hey, you talk about whatever you want to talk about that's interesting to your target audience."
yes,
And sometimes you don't find your target audience until you start talking. And
right,
that's when they start getting that. I love that Tanita. Is it Tanita?
yes,
Tanita Roddy. Being
yeah,
multidimensional is wonderful. You're right, because you don't be boring. It's bad to be around people. You standing there and you talking the whole time and they not putting in nothing. All
yes,
they know is that they almost like body snatchers, man. They'll take all the energy out of you. And Annabelle, I know Marilyn Green has the gift of setting the stage. It's like you're sitting in her living room. That's what I do. Thanks,
yes,
Sam.
yes,
That's what I do. I
and you're
want to.
supposed to make people feel comfortable and make it because I mean one of the things that I learned that you have to on this particular journey you have to take people on this. They want to take the ride with you. Oh,
Yes.
I was there. I remember he only had 5 followers. You know what I'm saying? So
One.
people want to take that journey, and that's always good because uh I mean it because what I want to release is to allow people to dream. Let's dream.
Mm.
It's more than just I just went to work and came home because that's not living. Everybody's supposed to have a job in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
so everybody's supposed to have a job. It's just the thing of I want to allow you to dream, even if I have to spark something in your brain that says, yeah, he right. I need to go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes,
Because
yeah, and that's Anna. I'm sorry.
yeah,
That's Anna. Annabelle that just came in. She been following me for 4 years. Okay, she said straight up 100. Right? She been following me for 4 years. Okay, I've only seen her once.
yes,
Okay, and I was like, okay, but some of the things that she found out on my podcast, just like you were talking about, trying to spark somebody, trying to be that place where they will say, aha, okay. So some things that happened in her life, that I had somebody on health literacy, and she went back to her doctor with more information, And that's when she her doctor changed things for her and caused her health to be better. So
Right.
what you're saying is that you want to set that spark off in somebody's mind and say, there's a better way, right?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that's what you're saying, right?
Yes. 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 Because I mean, I think a lot of people. Uh, let me. Can I say it like this? So a lot of people sit on their dreams, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
not, and it's just, I thought about doing that, but I didn't do it, and let 10 years pass by, and for some reason, when you spark that dream, I think you bring out the kid in you again. I'm happy again. I'm doing what I love to do. Is I can do this all day. I mean, which you shouldn't do it all day, but I can do this all day. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
all day. I could do this all day. This is all I
yes,
really want to
yes,
do, okay?
yes, yes.
This is all I want to do. But the thing about it, like Annabelle said, it changed her life. She got a voice now, okay? I
Right,
think she is almost like a beast mode, but she got it together though. But it takes that you be consistently giving to your audience something that will help them change their life. And as far as dreams, you got to have courage. You have
right,
got to have the courage to say, I'm doing this in spite of what somebody say, think, or what they want to tell me about anything.
right,
Okay. Because it's like, I don't mind if you tell me things, but I'm not going to take everything because I'm trying to pick it up, your vibe or your spirit, or where you really coming from with this.
right,
Okay.
right,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no. Because so when I started my podcast, I just jumped out there. Danny, I ain't know nothing. Okay.
right,
All I know is that I wanted to do it.
right.
Okay. And that's all I needed. And since then, I've had 1, 2 different themes for my podcast,
Right, right.
So yeah, I'm not afraid. How about that? I got courage to say
That's
I'm
that's
gonna do
good. That's good. You like the Lion and Wizard of Oz? Is
it.
it the
Come on.
Lion?
That's
Major
so
Car-
funny. That's so
Yeah.
funny. I am the lion. I am.
Yes.
I told somebody, they said, you Marilyn, you're the lion, you're the tin man, and the straw man. And they said,
Yes.
no, no,
Yes.
and you're the Wizard of Oz.
No, I'm
you
the wizard.
all
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, I'm the wizard. Don't
You
do that.
are not the wizard.
Well, anyway, I thought
Wizard,
I was the wizard. Hey,
you're
can I?
not.
Wait, can I be one of the characters?
Okay.
Don't put me
Yeah,
as a
if you
scarecrow. Don't make me the
insist.
scarecrow. Don't make me the
Wait, no,
scarecrow.
no, 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 no. I would give you the
Don't give
tin
me
man.
don't give me Toto either.
I'm giving you the tin man. Okay, the
All
tin man.
right, all
Okay.
right, all right.
Yeah, but you know what? If you let me just tell you this: if you are the straw man, okay, the straw man, okay, if you're him, he was the one that had the most brains. I just taught on this. He
Oh
was the
yeah,
one
yeah.
who had the most brains because if you
Okay.
think about it, he was telling Dorothy to go this way, that way. He was
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Got it.
You
All right.
follow?
All
So
right.
yeah,
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I
All
love the
right.
Wizard of
I'm
Oz. That's
sorry. That
one of
that
my favorite
that that
movies.
that was your movie. That wasn't my movie. I shouldn't even jumped in that movie.
Why
I'm
did
sorry.
you? Why did
I'm
you do
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with
I
you?
should, I,
What's
should- I shouldn't even jumped in that movie. Tanita called me. What she say? What she say? I'm Toto.
Toto? She said you Toto.
No, don't do me like that. Please
Okay.
don't
But
throw
she
me under the
didn't
bus
say
like
you
that.
the wicked warlock of the
Right,
West
right,
or
right,
anything.
right. All right. So, what do you think about? We talked earlier when I talked to you. We talked about relationships
Mhm.
and my theory on relationships. This just
Oh, I
my
want to
this
hear this.
this just
I
is
want
my
to hear
this is just is my theory. I think some people go into relationships and they are they can only run the relationship or control their part of relationship with the tools that they were set out into the world with. If you don't know, you don't know. If you've seen and it looked like that's what the relationship was supposed to be like, then that's the way that you perform your relationship. And I think that people are only um I want to say the politically correct word. People are only working in their relationships with the tools that they have. If our parents, or if whoever parents sent them off into the world with no knowledge of how the relationship's supposed to work, and think that you just supposed to fuss at the man, or you supposed to just fuss at the woman, or you supposed to put your hands on the man or put your hands on the woman, that's how they act, because that's all they seen. That's what they aunties and they grannies taught them, or
Yeah.
that's what the male role models or the people who they seen taught them. So what do you think about the relationships of today?
Okay. Hey, I can go for that. All right. I think that you bring in the tools, like you said, that you know. Okay. Now, I got a problem with the tools that you bring in if you bring in some crazy stuff. Okay. This is only go
Of,
there.
of
Right.
course, of course,
I
but
got, I got
I mean,
some,
are those the tools that they came to the job with?
but
Okay,
listen,
go ahead.
here it is. Here it is. Okay. You asked me. Okay. So
Okay,
hold on.
go on.
Okay, here's the issue. The issue is that they bring in the tools, but are they the right tools? You don't bring in a saw to hammer something,
Right,
right? Okay.
exactly.
But that's all you know. That's
Right,
all somebody's ever taught you. You bring that in, but it all puts me into this about a relationship. Get yourself together first. Recognize that you don't use a saw to try to hammer something.
right,
All right.
right,
And but that's what the problem is, Daniel. They don't recognize that they are operating with the wrong tools, right? Wouldn't you
right.
agree? Yes, I
I
see your
agree.
head.
I agree.
They don't realize that. So the question remains, how do we get that person to understand? Or is it our job in a relationship to get them to understand that you tripping? Okay. Or I can only work on myself. I know that I'm tripping,
Right.
okay, on the situation. And the biggest tools that I bring, and we talk about childhood and all that. I always say go back to your childhood, okay? My childhood was that I was light skinned and everybody else in my family pretty much is dark skinned. Your color or either darker, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And so and I remember this, I was a small girl. Okay. I was like 2 or 3. I remember my aunties used to come and they would pick my sister up. You know, you'd be playing with a baby,
mm-hmm,
like, hey,
mm-hmm,
hey.
mm-hmm.
And I'm standing there, Danny. I'm standing there. I'm waiting on my turn. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna get picked up too." Guess what?
Right.
They will put me down, put her down, and walk away.
Wow.
That's the beginning of rejection
Right.
right there. As
Right.
small as I was, I still felt like, well, wait a minute. Because I was light skinned and I didn't really look like my father's side, I looked like my mother's side. You know, that's where they started. And that stuff was planted in my head. And it set me up for the rejection road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because of the rejection road, then I had to get into the people pleasing role.
Right.
So all of that I brought into relationships. And I'll just say it, I told you I've been married twice. I'm a 2-time loser, but a big time winner because I'm sitting here talking about relationships, right?
Right. Right.
And so
Exactly.
I brought all that stuff in with me. And once I've been divorced the second time about 12 or 13 years, I started to say, wait, hold on. I can't get in another relationship until I start to deal with myself. And you're right, Tina, Tanita, it is colorism. It is colorism. And that's how they treated me. And even if that was in the 60s, they still was treating me like whatever, because in the 60s, light skin was in, you see? So they was treating me like that anyway, but it set me up for a roller coaster of, I'm just going to say, failed marriages, failed relationships, failed whatever. So I'm saying all that to say this, that we have to go back and find where we were in the past that set us off for us to be in the future. You cannot, go on in the future in any type of relationship, whether it's a relationship at work, whether it's a relationship at church, just relationships and period. You just have to get yourself. That's the only person you can really work on is yourself, to
Right.
get yourself together and get yourself into a future that you want to see and prosper. So that's my long answer on that one.
And that's good. That's good. That's good. I appreciate that answer.
Sure.
Uh, yeah. So a lot of times, uh, a lot of brothers that I have conversations with, they try to figure out what's going on, why she tripping, blah blah blah. But we don't look into the aspect of uh, she got some childhood baggage that is unresolved,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't matter how collegiate smart she is. No, it doesn't matter how much common sense she used when it comes to problem solving. But when it comes to relationship, there's some baggage there, and we never address the baggage when we meet people. We always, she likes I like Marilyn hair. Her hair is pretty. She went and got her hair done today. Whatever.
I did. Thank you so much.
So we are intrigued by the physical and not by the mental.
Mhm,
So the mental part is, do you know who she is? Do you know what her journey is? Or do you
mhm.
know what his journey is? You know what I mean? Uh,
Yes.
and men go through a lot of stuff, but women, when just sitting down and having conversations with them, they have been through some stuff. I was like, well, that dude should be in jail, or he should be in jail, or your granny should have went to jail for letting her son do this. That, you know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
yes, because it's a family. A lot of times when it comes to a lot of young ladies, it's somebody touching the little girls or
Hmm.
something like that. But the grandmama and people in the family be knowing it, you know. And then when you get done analyzing the situation at 40 years old, you find out that he touched every girl in the family.
Come on.
And don't nobody, he's not going to jail. They took Pete Diddy to jail, but they ain't take him to jail. They took Bill Cosby to jail, but they didn't take him to jail. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I
You know?
do. But those things are inside of that person. And
Yes.
like my son said, Mom, boys get raped too. Okay. So I'm like, you're right,
Yeah.
son. I'm
Yes.
just saying, but
Yes.
all those things are in your package that
Yes.
you're
Yes.
presenting
Yes.
when you get in any type of relationship, when you
Yes.
get into any type of workspace. You are presenting that regardless if you want to own it or not, because
Yes.
you don't know no better.
Right.
You don't know no better. You think that's right, and it's not. It's not. For me, I can talk about myself. My family, my mother was the mother.
Right.
Okay, meaning that she was running things because my father was tripping.
Right.
Right. Okay. But when I grow up, I got the same mentality of saying I need to right to need it is never addressed. I need to go on and run it too.
Right.
Okay. But that does not work.
Right.
It made me be a strong woman. But let's talk about that. But is a strong woman really strong? Okay. Where she get all that stuff from? And
That, that's
why
that's
does
that's
that?
just a defense mechanism from my
Yes.
vantage point. You know, that's why when they go into the defense mode, if it's one of those a not serious defense mode, and I just instead of me reacting to it, I'll just laugh about it. Come on, you tripping? Come on, okay, all right, I get it. You know, cause over the years I've figured it out that's what's going on, and I've been that has been my philosophy for probably 20 years, 30 years maybe.
Mhm, mhm.
And finding out what people are going through. So I give you the opportunity, you can go on and take out your frustration or say what you want to say, because I know there's some things going on in your life, or maybe going on in your life that is unaddressed, you know. And it's okay for me, well, from my vantage point, it's okay for me to say, just calm down a little bit, just chill out. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about it, and then we have to try to resolve these issues. But a lot of the issues goes back to some things that people have been through. You know,
Yes, yes. I'm looking at Tanita, like Tanita. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right,
Tanita.
but it's offensive to me as well to be called a strong woman. Very offensive, because what they're telling me is that, girl, you done been through a lot of pain. You
Yes.
done been through a lot of this, and I'm not saying it's not true, but why do we keep saying you're a strong woman, girl? You can get past this, you know. And strong women, I'll just say, need love too. Okay, yeah, I survived it. Okay, but strong women are just classified as strong women. They're also left to just deal with things on their own. Okay,
Right.
and that's not right. You know, we hurt, we bleed like everybody else. You know, if I try to tell somebody I'm having a bad day, they look at me like, go somewhere, sit down. Okay, they be
Right.
like, what? You don't
Right.
have bad days, you
Right.
always up, you always this, you know. And it's not right, it's just not right. I mean, I
Right.
know that ain't the topic, but I had to jump
No,
in
no,
on that.
I totally understand. But
That's like,
sometimes I find myself just having conversations and just listening to stuff and people complaining about what's going on in their life. Later on, I'll be saying like, damn, I got everybody else problems.
yeah,
I didn't took in everybody else problems, and now I'm sitting up here tripping, and everybody, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What you mean? What's wrong with me? She said I got everybody else problems. Excuse my language, but I got everybody else problems built in that I have to release.
right. But
And
I've learned that I have this great superpower, is that I can hear everything they saying, and then guess what? That stuff go right out my other ear. It ain't because I don't care.
right,
It's because I cannot have all that inside of me,
right,
because I listen well, I conversate well. I can't have all that lingering on me. When I
right,
talk to them again, we'll talk about it, but I don't like it. So that's a God given tool that I have, that I listen, and I
right,
listen to a lot of people on a lot of different avenues.
right,
Okay,
right.
yeah, you know. So yeah. So what is Mr. Ricky Maddox talking about? Call Ricky Maddox. How you doing? Okay, a bunch of baggage. He ain't lying. It's what creates the most situation. Okay, I'm
It
trying to read
says
out.
most situation that need resolution.
Yes, yes. But my question is this: the person that you're with, if you never, are they assigned to you to resolve it, or is that something
No,
that you're
no,
supposed to resolve?
I don't think they are assigned to resolve it, but I think that you are in. I mean, if it's a relationship, then do we decide to let's get over this together, or do we or do the other individual decide to, hey, look, I tried to help you through this, and you keep saying this don't have nothing to do with me, or I, I ain't nothing wrong with me. I got this under control. You got it under control, really?
That's
Really?
your version. That's our version.
Yeah, that's your version of it. You got it under control. I get it. I get it. I mean, I understand it, but sometimes people are there to. Let me say this. Uh, I don't want to say absorb the pain, but to absorb. I mean, did you see? Did you see? The Green Mile?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so did you see? So they was emulating uh Jesus Christ when they said he took the demons out of the lady. You know what I'm saying? So are we absorbing their pain? Are we absorbing their pain and taking their pain in? But but the other individual needs somewhere to release too.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you have told me or you have sent me through this. Now I'm experiencing your trauma. Is that what you wanted to do? Was for me to experience your trauma? Or you just needed some place to release it?
Well, let me just say this. They talk about being trauma bonded. Trauma bonded.
Right.
Uh, okay. That's a bunch of trauma bonding to me because you got yours, I got mine.
Right.
Okay, you ain't Mr. Perfect. She ain't Mrs. Perfect. We're not. Okay,
Right.
we're a bunch of humans being.
Right.
Okay, we're being. So when you talk about relationships, okay, I think everybody should carry their own weight and their own responsibility. Okay, what is Frank saying? Not necessarily too. I want to hear about
No, no,
that.
no. Frank. This is his. Okay.
But not that different. Okay, okay. I got you, Frank. I'm good. Okay. I've tripped it. I said, what? What did he
Then
say?
Tanita
Okay.
came back with
That's right. That's right. Work out on your own. But don't be traumatized. Don't keep it's almost like a serial traumatizer.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Stop
yes.
it.
Because
Stop.
some people will traumatize you and then they gone. Now,
Yeah.
like I say, I'm stuck with your problems or dealing with your problems, and now you gone and you laugh. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what's wrong with him. No, you left me with these issues. Now I gotta figure out how to release them, and people don't understand that's what goes on in life. I mean, I'm not saying that you have some people that go through these relationships. Nobody's relationship is I would say perfect. You have
Mhm.
good relationships that work out that happen to work through and work out. However, some of the relationships that didn't work, some of the people leave you with that trauma, and it might not be no childhood trauma that you have, but it's an
Mhm.
adult leaving you with
Yes.
their life experiences and how they think that the relationship should have been ran, and that's something that somebody taught them, and it didn't work for the person who taught them. So I don't understand, because sometimes
Well,
I look at it like that. Wait a minute, you telling me this, and okay, yeah, that's working for you, or this working for you, and then if it's not working, I might say, damn, bro, that didn't work for you. How it's gonna work for me? You know what I'm saying?
yes, I do know. But like I said, okay, that get yourself together, okay? Okay, get yourself together. Stop. Just stop it.
Oh, Tanita want
Okay?
Tanita want
Just
Tanita want to chime in. So what?
come on.
All right, let me send it to her.
I'm just saying that get yourself together. Don't keep on going down the road messing up
Yeah,
people's. Okay?
kicking that can down the road.
You just keep
But you got to
on.
think that at my age and at your age, people are just now figuring that out. You got to think. You go back about 10 years, they start talking about mental health a lot.
That's it.
Okay. But before then, they just tell you when we was younger, you had to get over it. You grown now. What you mean I'm grown now? Yeah, I'm grown now, but you sent me away from home with this mess. Now what I have what the issue that I have is trying to figure out how to function in the world, and sometimes the parents, grandparents, aunties, or whoever you have let raise you are the ones who kind of jack you up, you know?
Yeah.
Some of it is peer pressure when it comes to some of the silly things that we do as young people, but most of it is stuff that you left home with. You
That's
know,
it. The majority of it is because it does not, the stuff you left home with, you added to the next thing, the next relationship. It's some more, just keep piling, 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 piling. And you
right,
never stop to say, okay, this is a good one. Why I keep choosing this wrong man?
right,
Why I keep choosing the wrong woman? What is it in me that makes me do some dumb stuff like that? Okay, for example, if your dad was an alcoholic, then you say, well, I ain't gonna never marry an alcoholic. He
right,
don't seem
right,
like he, and he become an alcoholic.
right,
So
right.
you really did marry an alcoholic. Do you
Yes,
get what I'm saying? So it's relationships are not easy, okay? But I am willing to take the time to figure out what is wrong with me. Okay. And
Right.
when I say what's wrong with me, it might seem right to other people, but it's something inside that I keep attracting these same kind of folks. Okay. And I'm like, no, no more, no more. I'll just stop, as they say, drop and roll on away from that, because I'm not doing that no more. I don't have time for it. It's
Right.
like I've aged out. I've aged out of that mess, and I'm
Right.
not gonna do it no more.
Right.
Nope.
Right.
I don't
Right.
think- If I start getting the inkling that person is trying to make me feel like one of my ex-husbands made me feel like, I'm done.
Right. Okay,
I'm done.
Tanita, she want to chime in, but okay, what you do, just click on the link. Marilyn, tell
In
them
the
how did
chat.
you do?
Just click on the link in the chat. I think you got it in the chat, right? Do you have it in the chat?
Yeah, I have it in the chat.
Okay, just click on it. Oh, wait a minute.
Carl said, you always need somebody to hear your story.
Yeah, we do.
And it's and like I say that I don't know if that's a part of venting, but yeah, you have to well I tell people, and this might not make sense to some people, but it makes sense to me. Sometimes I tell people, sometimes you have to release that, even if you have to go talk to the dog. You have to get it out your brain
I
and
know.
tell somebody, or tell.
But you know what? I'm sorry, Dan. When you talk, when I think about relationships, it's something that we need to talk about too. It's boundaries. My boundaries is like, man, I don't have time for that. You're so super grown. Why are you talking to me about this? Think about the thing of Tina Turner. Everybody always left me. Is it her job to say, I'll never leave you? Okay. Even though she getting her head tore off, he didn't brainwashed her so much that she said, I ain't gonna never leave you. Okay. That's not her responsibility to help him with that doggone hurt.
Right.
Or whatever. It's a boundary.
Right.
Okay. People have become more judgmental, otherwise disregarding their own issues. That's exactly right. They're very judgmental. Well, she this and he that and this, that. No, just stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane and do you to make it better. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
That's
That's
all
what I'm finna just start telling people. I got my own problems. Please don't stop. You don't think I have no problems? You want to tell me? I don't want to hear that.
But why do you listen to them? Ask yourself, why do you listen to them?
Because they be needing somebody to talk to, and they.
How you know? Did they say it?
Because.
Did they say it? That's the question.
Next question.
What you say? This is my show. Now this is my show.
No. I'm just joking.
I'm just saying.
No, right. But sometimes they the conversations start. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. Sometimes I like to joke a lot. However, a lot of times is when you're listening to people, you know when they in mental pain. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn. And this happened to me. And
is that their voice?
Yeah, that's their voice. And this happened to me. And my mama, and this is so you can hear the little kid in them come out because they need somebody to listen to them. And over the years, nobody even allowed them to let that out. It's always like, okay, let me say that. Sometimes it's like, oh, every time Marilyn get to talking, she always talking about her problems. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So people will go into that mode without telling you that they in that mode.
Wait, listen, I still don't know why you think you're supposed to listen to it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not supposed to listen to it, but I mean, I don't never go. I don't never go into well, you need to go talk to somebody, or you need to don't tell me. I never
That's
do
it.
people like that.
That's it. I like the don't tell me. Or what you telling me for? What's up with that? Okay. I'm
Wow.
not saying being rude. I'm not saying being mean.
So
Okay.
how you tell people that it's not your issue?
I just my body language is strong enough to say they saying, "Oh, she
Wow.
ain't listening. She
She
don't
ain't
care.
listening.
She really ain't
I was
listening.
trying.
She don't really
I was
care."
trying to tell you something.
I'm like, but why are you telling me? I say this: you talk to the people that can really help you. Okay, it's like somebody asks you a problem.
Tanita, I'm trying to bring you in, Tanita. You just I don't know what the issue is.
Tanita, I wish you was in here because, girl, you talking some stuff here for real.
Yeah, she should be able to hit the link, and I don't know what the issue is. I think I'm gonna send it to your inbox, and then see if you can open it from there. All right, go ahead.
But I'm just saying we have to create that boundary of don't bring that to me, okay?
Right.
And don't bring nothing to nobody else if they cannot solve your problem. And I'm right. Yeah, I mean you're right. Some people do need to have somebody to listen, but once it starts to take you somewhere or make you feel uneasy and stuff, you either need to drop that call or hang up on them. You need to do something because you have to protect your boundaries.
Right. Exactly.
Because evidently they ain't thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's right. At the end of the day, Anna, lead a conversation there. I don't separate. It's called compartmentalizing life.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I don't have time for that part right there. Right. And people should stop putting this kind of stuff on people. No. No. So I ain't being mean, y'all out there. Okay. I'm just saying that you got to create a boundary for yourself, or else you find yourself getting sick, getting weak, always thinking about their stuff. If you don't start to get yourself together on how to manage what you're hearing, then they're making you sick and you don't even know it.
Right.
Exactly. People say you make me sick. That's true. You are making me sick. Okay. Right. Because I'm allowing you to keep on running your mouth to me when I'm like, no. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that ain't for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry. I went on a tangent, but I'm serious.
No. It's I mean, you saying some good stuff. I just like I say, just sometimes we have conversations with people, and then you can hear, damn, that goes back deep. That goes back far. That's not nothing that recently happened to you, because most of the things that happen to you later on in life, you know how to blow them off. But the stuff that happened to you that you had to deal with for 17, 18 years while you were growing up, sometimes it stays within you, and you take it on. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and you have triggers. I
don't have those issues, but I understand.
Well, okay. Well, everybody listening and stuff, it's okay that Daniel think that. Okay, but he got some issues, like I got some issues, like
I got some issues. I got money issues. I ain't got no issues talking about some.
But if you had all the money in the world,
I brought some baggage to my relationship, because my goal is not to ever bring pain to anybody.
Oh, here she come.
Finally.
Whoa, finally. Okay, Tanita, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get you.
I'm so glad it's right on time. Regarding the listening.
Hold on. I gotta bring you in. Now, hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. Calm down. Hold up. Damn, I'm tripping. You got me nervous. You know you got me nervous now. Let me see. There we go, right here. I gotta put the right there we go.
Perfect.
There we go.
Hey.
See if you was really if you was on your laptop, you'll have a big picture like us. But that's what I'll be trying to get. I'll be trying to get people to to understand when I bring people on. If I when you go on your phone, you have the vertical versus the horizontal. So
It's okay.
Miss Fine.
I'm ready to get to the conversation.
Yeah, get to it.
Let's
Y'all,
do
y'all
it. Let's
go
do
ahead, get
this.
to it. Get to it.
For me-
Kaya's in the building too. So we got we
Kaya?
actually almost
My
we got almost the whole D9 in the building. So.
rock.
But don't I know
Okay.
you, Tanita? Don't I know
Yes,
you?
ma'am, from NPHC. Hey. So, in
Here we
regards
go.
to the
Here we
conversation
go.
about
Oh
listening,
my God. Here we go.
I
Let's go.
really feel like people need somebody to listen to at times. And sometimes like I can come off very strong. And even me, sometimes I have been humbled in certain situations where somebody needs to get this thing out. They need to get this off their chest. And for whatever reason, I was put to listen to them.
Okay.
What I've learned is to not absorb it. I think that is a skill that because I used to when I listened to stuff, I used to be mad about them, mad with them, mad for them. We have to learn to not take that on.
Yes.
Period. We have to be able to listen to things just like when we at work. So I work in the emergency room. I see a lot of kids coming in molested. I see a lot of different type of things, and I have to listen to what they saying, but I can't take that home.
Right.
I have to. What I do is I cry my way home. I may even tell my person, "This is why I'm in a bad mood," and I cry to them for a minute. But I can't let that take me over as a person and allow that to dictate how I'm going to act or what I'm going to do. Some situations we can't be standoffish because that person is a human being and they need to get this off their chest. This is what I've learned, but we have to learn to not absorb it. Just like you don't take your work home, you don't have to let every conversation body you.
That's right.
Right.
I agree.
We don't have to let every situation that somebody has body us.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I do. I mean, it's compartmentalizing at the finest. Okay.
Yep.
It's learning how to create a boundary, right? You know, it's just like they say, if you're doing a strategic planning or you working on something, okay, I'm gonna do this for 15 minutes and I'm gonna do this for 15 minutes. I'm gonna do this for 15 minutes. It's the same as you have to do people. Relationships is just not about intimacy or anything like that. I'm just talking about relationships, period. Because Tanita has a relationship with her clients or her patients, right? That's a relationship, right?
Right.
We have to learn, for me, that any relationship, you got to have a boundary. And I use this analogy here, that when you're driving down the road, if you see a solid white line, what does it mean? Don't cross over.
Right.
Don't cross over.
If you see it kind of checkered or spacing, they said, come over. That's my life. And I also say the door handle to me is on the inside. I let in who I want and I let out who I want. Okay. And that to me, that's how I keep myself in a place of always really working on a peace area. I'm always at peace, you know. But when you're dealing with other people, you can still have that peace too. In any type of relationship, in a car, just stay in your lane. And you know what I'm saying? That's where I am with a relationship. You know, I'm not saying you don't listen, but like you said to me, I'm not taking it nowhere with me.
Okay? Right. Let me say,
because I can't carry your stuff.
Right.
I heard Iyanla say that. And ever since I heard her say that, it was a light bulb that popped on. I've probably heard a million people say, you know, you can't take on everybody's stuff. But the way she said it, I can't carry your stuff for you. It's the stuff.
No, man.
We can't carry other people's stuff.
Right.
We can't.
I don't want to carry their stuff. I
can't. I ain't got no room. I'm carrying my own.
I got my own. I ain't got no space for you. You can't live here with me.
Right. So how do we go into the space of she just couldn't handle me, or he can't handle me. He just don't.
That's man, that's a coping skill. That's just some stuff they want to say to make themselves feel good. A girl or a man, I don't care who.
Yeah.
They just trying to make themselves feel good because they didn't got rejected, blocked, or some crazy stuff. Okay?
They're trying to minimize the excessive amount of baggage that they bring into the relationship, whether it's your mama, your boyfriend, your whoever. When they say this person can't handle me, no, you're trying to minimize the amount of stuff that you bring.
Yes.
You're trying to minimize the amount of stuff, baggage, crap, whatever that you bring. So therefore you'll say this person can't handle it. No, you got an excessive amount of crap that can't nobody deal with.
Which is an excessive amount.
Excessive amount of crap that nobody can deal with. So then you'll minimize the person and say they can't deal. You can't deal with your own stuff.
Come on, keep it real.
Exactly.
Keep it real.
Exactly.
Keep it real. You cannot. And so don't try to throw it on somebody else. Like we say, stay in your own backyard and deal with your stuff. And don't be trying to throw this stuff like she can't deal. They can't handle this. Right. You can't handle it your own self.
We can't handle it because it's your stuff and you probably been carrying it around for 30 years and you want me to meet you in a month and handle your stuff that you ain't handled in 10 years.
That's what I'm gonna start doing. As soon as I walk through the door, I'm gonna say, "Here, take this baggage. Just hold it. You hold it. You hold it.
You hold it. I don't want this no more.
You hold it. I don't want this no more. I've been carrying it too long.
Ain't nobody your bail, huh? Okay. Nobody gonna be doing that stuff for you.
Take these bags. I done traveled all this way, and you take these bags.
But you know what, Danny? Let me just say this about when you do date. Let's go and get on dating real quick.
Okay.
Let's get on dating.
Let's talk about this.
Tanita, is your video froze?
No.
I don't see you moving.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't see.
It might be the reception because you moved. Didn't you move?
No, she's not moving.
I don't know. I'm moving to myself.
Yeah, she's froze right now on this end.
You froze, but she moved to a different part of her house, or?
Yeah. Oh, let me go back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. That might help. I don't know. I'm not a tech person, but let's just say if you're dating, what do you guys think about? What's your thoughts about bringing an application?
I think at the big age we are, you need an application. Because for me, you do.
Well, I mean, now, even on the application, you're not finna tell them what you've been through in life. You're just gonna tell them your accomplishments. You ain't gonna tell them. No, well, you know, it's kind of rough. It's been kind of rough on me, and my ex-girlfriend cussed me out like my mama used to do. You ain't gonna tell them that.
Well, you should be okay with it.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's something you're used to. You're used to that, man. So what's your problem? It's not it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I just think that if in a relationship, if you're starting a relationship in the middle of a relationship or whatever, you need to do some type of reflection of how things are going. Are they going good? Are they going bad? I mean, do you guys agree with that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't no dating expert. I mean, that's not it. I'm just saying I've learned some things throughout the years.
Yes.
Right. So I think that a person needs to come ready with the right question. My issue is that I don't ask the right questions. Okay. I don't know why I don't know. Wait, let me stop this. I don't know why I don't ask the right question. I just don't ask questions. Right. That's just wrong. That's goofy to me, but I don't know why I don't.
I know why. Because at this big age, a person should be forthcoming.
Yeah.
That's why, because relationships are stratified. When you're talking about we in our 20s and it ain't much meat to our lives, that's one thing. But when we in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, one would think that by that time a person would be comfortable in who they are and what they've done. And I shouldn't have to ask you how many times you've been married. You should be coming and telling me that. I shouldn't have to ask you what your relationship is like with your kids. You should be coming and telling me that. So that's why you don't ask questions, because at this big age that we are over 40, people should be more forthcoming. That's why you don't feel the need, in my opinion, to ask many questions, because why aren't you being transparent?
I love that, because you should just say it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I agree with that. Just say it. What's the problem? What's the hold up here?
What's the problem?
What's the problem? You know, and then on the other side, let's go for the ones that you might ask the question, but they don't ask no question, or they not forthright. You know, it just starts out crazy and wrong.
Right.
It just starts out crazy and wrong. You know,
Correct.
Anna said it's like emptying their dead fish in your backpack.
Wow, that's deep. A whole dead fish. A whole stinky dead fish.
And this right here, they dead fish in your backpack. I mean, just imagine that, okay?
Wow.
They're dead fish because
that's deep.
They just not transparent. They don't want to tell you the truth. They done lied a million times. You know, what is it? And the social media help you lie even more. You know, you can do whatever. So dating becomes almost like I don't know. You need what is that? Dog the bounty hunter sometime on these people to really find out who are you? Okay, who are you? And like you said to me, why don't you just say it?
Yeah, just be transparent.
Just say it. If you don't like the person, just say, you know, nah, this ain't it right here, and go on about your business. Okay,
and go on about your business.
They don't do that. They don't do that. They're gonna keep on walking the dog and dragging the cat on you. Okay,
because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be without you, but they're not willing to be transparent with you. And
I mean, if they tell you that up front, then there's no way that they can say that I can't be without you. I mean, if they tell you that out the gate when y'all sitting there having that first dinner together or whatever, if they tell you that out the gate, there's no way he should be able to tell you, or she should be able to tell you that I can't do this without you. There's no way possible.
What you mean, do what without them? Like live?
No. Some people are innocent. You know, well, you know, I want to be with you so bad. I mean, people. Oh, I have to be animated. I'm sorry, because that's where it sound. That's where it sounds to me when people, and I'm going through this. Damn, I'm going through my own stuff. Damn. Anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Daniel, but I think that you're listening. I think you're being kind by listening, and you're being caring by listening.
Yeah, but I don't cut people off like that though. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I
don't think it's a cutoff. It's not a cutoff. When you leave that person, let me ask you this: when you leave that person, how you feeling?
Well, in my head, sometimes it's like, dang, why did everybody keep telling me they state issues? I guess ain't nobody in life listening to them. You know what I'm saying?
Or could it be that you listen so that you don't have to talk about yourself?
Okay.
Talk about myself.
Wait a minute. Here's the question. What you hiding, Daniel? What you hiding?
You said what?
I'm wrong.
I ain't hiding that. I'm saying no. Okay. Just hypothetically, if I said, and me and Tanita having a conversation, and she said, well, Daniel, what you think about this? I'm going through this, and I mean, just general conversation, and it'll happen. I'm not talking about somebody I'm trying to date. I'm just talking about people who I consider my friends or people or my associates. They talk about stuff that happened in their life, and I don't never, no, man, I don't want to hear that. Don't tell me, I don't do them like that,
I love these voices.
So, dudes go, man, my mama used to do what the hell? I mean, but people just talk. You know what I'm saying? I talk to a lot of people. I get
it now.
We have. I mean, I spend time with a lot of people, so it's like just general conversations. People might be like, man, and I've been tripping, man. I don't know what's going on with my life. It ain't even got to be about how they was treated in life. Some of the mistakes that they made, or some of the mistakes that we made, we sit and we talk about some of the things that's going on in our life. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Even if they talk about somebody who passed away or or something like that, we talk about it, and these are the conversations. Everybody has been through something or going through something, whether it's something past or whether it's something just as recent. People are going through things, and who do they talk to? Sometimes you can't talk to your significant other because they every time I look up, he complaining about something.
Did the voice again?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean that's what they do. You know,
but you
because
said
if your girlfriend, somebody call you and say, "Girl, guess what this Negro that he did this," you know what I'm saying? They talk. People talk. They'll tell you stuff without you even asking. Girl, what happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, girl, guess what he did? You know,
Oh,
they'll tell you their experiences, but it
I
doesn't.
get you.
I mean, it don't have to be no childhood stuff, but people talk about things that happen in their life.
I get it. I understand now because now you've changed it to a different level. People talk to me all the time as well. Okay.
Yes.
But and I am there listening.
Yes.
Okay. I am there listening. But sometimes it's like I don't pick up the phone. Okay. Because I know who it is and I know what type of flavor they're gonna be talking about. And I'm just simply not in the mood for that flavor. Okay. So if somebody walk up to me, they just start, because I do that. I just start randomly talking to people because yeah, Anna, you are a good listener. Anna always listening to me, always. Okay. People talking to me, I'm talking to her, you know, because even though it sounds to me like, Dan, you don't have an outlet for people. You don't have an outlet, meaning that you are absorbing everything, but where do you stop it? You know what I'm saying? Where?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, one of the things is that I try to.
Okay, she back.
She back.
She back.
Am I moving?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
moving
you
now.
moving, girl.
You
Okay,
moving. You
good.
moving now. Back. You need to
Okay,
back
good.
away from your screen. 'Cause you had your face way up there.
Okay, it's all right, Daniel.
Relax. It's okay. Okay.
All right. There we go. We back.
All right. Okay, she moved. That's why.
Okay. So she said call ID is the best thing ever
invented. Because you don't have to talk to people, you just look at it. Or people put on a do not disturb. You have to, I get back to compartmentalize. You got to set a boundary for yourself. That helps you. You talk about mental health.
Well, I
That
don't talk
helps
to a lot
with
of people on
mental
the
health.
phone.
It's
So.
like I don't want to talk to people maybe after 7. Okay.
I don't talk to a lot of people on the
the
phone, so I mean I don't know.
Yeah, but see,
most
I
of my
like
stuff
to
is
talk
in
on the
person.
phone.
Most of my stuff is in person. So
Yeah, but they'll just walk up to you and just start talking.
no. These are people that I know. I ain't talking about no
Oh
random
yeah, well
person.
then you should listen to them. But even with them, I look at their name and say, "No, I ain't in that flag. I'm not doing that today." I'll do that to them. I mean, I do it all the time. I don't know.
Right now, I understand what you're saying.
So next time you
a
call
lot
me,
of
I'm
my
gonna look
stuff
at yours.
is be in person. So
Right.
mean,
I'm gonna look at yours just like that too. I'm like, I don't want to talk to him. So yeah, I'm just saying. I'm gonna
so okay. Say for instance, when I see you, sometime I might ask you, how you been doing? Well, I've been doing all right. You know, well, you know, my gout acting up, but I'm all right. Whatever the case is. So
But that's
it can go from there, you know. But
okay, I'm just a little different, okay? Because I be sending out some strong body language like, look, man, not me today. Go on about your business. Okay. You bet try somebody else today. Okay. They tell me, these people say, Marilyn, your body language is so strong, you ain't even got to talk. Okay. They can pick it up like she is not going to deal with this. Okay. All right. Okay. My therapist told me that yesterday, you know, about, I mean, hey, you ain't got to listen to everybody.
right.
Oh, you know
And
what
if you choose to listen, you don't have to absorb it. If you choose to listen, you don't have to absorb that. You can hear it. Like if you at the grocery store and somebody's standing next to you having a conversation and then you continue on about your life, you can do just that. You don't have to absorb what they're saying. You can hear them, but not take it in and make it a part of your person. You don't have to take that on.
I'm not gonna take it. I'm like, you can forget it. Okay. I'm like, You
Right.
messing with my peace, you messing with my mind, you just messing
Absolutely.
with me, period. And you don't have that right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even paid to
Nobody
talk to me the
does.
boss in my life. You have not paid it.
Right.
Okay. You
Right.
you can't even you don't have a right to try to even to upset me. Okay. You ain't my kids, you ain't my grandkids, you ain't none of them, as they say. So you
Mm-hmm.
don't even have a ticket.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
You
You
Mm.
don't
ain't
even
even
have a ticket to this show.
come
That's
on.
Mm.
right.
Mm.
You don't get to pause my show
Come on.
with your stuff because
Okay.
Right.
your stuff doesn't fit here.
Right.
It does not. It does
It
not.
doesn't.
I listen to a lot of people. People ring my phone at 7 o'clock in the morning talking. And I'm like, really? Okay. Straight, hard talk. We ain't talking like, girl, I'll just think about you. Okay. Now going on back to sleep. It ain't one of them. It's like
Th-
a whole conversation over an issue. And
And they ain't thought
now
about you.
listen, I could have just looked at that phone and turned over, but
Right.
I chose to let them in. You get what I'm saying? So you can do the same thing. I ain't got to let you in. I do not have
Mm-mm.
to let you in anytime. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So
You
Right.
know what else I'll be doing with the phone that I pay for? Somebody will call me with their stuff. I'll be done put it on mute. That phone will be sitting on my car seat while I'm driving. I'll be looking for other stuff, and then I pick the phone up. Okay, then yeah, and then they'll just be going on and on with all their stuff. I ain't heard a thing
Mm. Mm.
well,
Mm.
because you have
you're
to protect your peace. You
and
do.
you're really nice about that. I'm gonna tell you what I do. I just hang up. Okay. I just hang up because nowadays, right? I'm just gonna tell my secret out here. So if
Wait a
y'all
minute.
hear
You
this,
told me your phone went dead. That was hang up.
right. I'm like, girl, this is what I say. I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened.
Wow.
And if my phone didn't go dead, I turn it off.
And you
Right.
have
Okay,
to
in
do
case
that.
you try to call me back, you ain't gonna get in.
You
Right.
Okay,
have to do
Right.
that.
because you done jumped over. You done went too far. I can't talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I just done.
Right. I mean
Okay.
that can't that what I'm saying is that can't be your conversation all the time. However, every now and then you'll have somebody who you consider as your friend tell you some stuff that they probably ain't told nobody in a long time because it's something that's going on in their life that they just need maybe your what they consider as advice. So
I
so
agree.
so 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 it's not like these conversations the same person keep telling me the same thing. I'm saying that somebody might say something. If you probably got about two times to reiterate that question or tell me that problem, and then I say, listen, you need to go talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And even going to talk to somebody, I don't know how long those therapy sessions are,
Or,
but
or,
people,
or if they working, let's go there. Are they working?
right? Are they working? That's the problem, right there.
Are they working? So I mean, and so I think with the conversation here, it's about boundaries,
How did we get on this car?
relationships.
We get on
It's
that.
about peace. It's about making sure you take care of yourself. Are you okay? Okay. It's about putting the work in to get yourself right for any type of relationship.
Right,
Put the work in. I mean, even at work and stuff, you got a bad attitude. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Put the work in to make yourself better.
right,
Whatever it takes. I got to do this. I got to
right,
do this.
right,
Okay. Maybe I can work from home and people getting on my nerve. I need to work from home that day. Okay. You see
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
You have to put in the work. That's all I'm saying, Daniel. I mean, and I do listen to a lot of different people from all type of walks of life.
Yes.
Okay. Trust and believe I do. But somehow I have a superpower that I don't remember what they done said until they come back again
Right, right,
and start talking about it. I'd be like, what?
right,
You know,
right.
that's how I am. So That's it. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry.
All right. So now my question to you or to both of y'all is, and this is a little bit.
Where'd she go?
Tanita left again. Oh my goodness. So my question. Let me see. Let me take her.
All right.
Where we at? Take that off. Take that off. And take that off. Okay, so my question is when it comes to our community and our children,
Mm-hmm.
I think we are in a rough situation, not a real bad situation, because some things can just be tweaked, and if the children change, then we are in a better situation. If we change the way that we spend our money in our communities, if that change, that will help too.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think the status of our community is at this point?
When you say our community, here she go. She coming back in.
I'm sorry.
Come
I
on,
don't
let
know
her
what
in,
this
girl.
is.
Let her in. Come on
So what's
in,
your
girl.
question? What's the question?
Where is the state of our community now? I believe as it applies to youth. Is
Yeah,
that it?
to our youth, yeah. Well, no. Where? Okay, to our youth, and where are we headed? For you're older than me. I done seen part of how our community has changed. Tanita is younger than I am, so she has seen a part of our community change. Where do you see the future of our community, or the communities that look like people who look like us?
Well, when I think about, I've been in East St. Louis all my days, right? And I remember my mother used to say when she went downtown, I don't even know what this is. These weeds and grew up so far, and I just listen, right? But I was down there and I said the same thing. I said, what? I remember when this was here. I remember we had this. I remember we had that. We had Woolworths. We had East St. Louis was the jam. Okay. But
Arthur Preacher's Fish and Chips.
yes, right there. That's where I was thinking of. Okay. I was thinking of that very area right there. We had a hospital, Christian welfare, we had everything. So when you start to lose hospitals and things of that nature and stuff, then a town normally goes down. We had Obernester. Obernester was the glass house. Okay. Everybody worked at Obernester. And we know that once you lose those type of tax bases, if you will, the town always goes down. We had 72,000. Now, if you flip it around, we got 27 or even lower.
17,000.
17. Okay, I was here when the white flight started. Okay, I was here when the race rise was on 15th and Broadway. Every hearing all that stuff. So I know the Orwellers, I know Johnson School, I know it all basically. Lincoln Park, the swimming pool, all those different things. But I think that our city can come back, but I won't see it in my lifetime.
Right,
Okay,
right.
because when people moved out, then they tied up different things, properties on purpose. Okay.
Yes.
And some of the things that I believe, that I don't want to quote former Mayor Carl Officer, he talked about these things a little bit, about how we have to just stay woke, right? And I think that we went to sleep. We're not woke. I think coming back, for example, downtown at the old what's that? The hotel, Broadview Hotel.
Right.
You know how they done fixed it all up and stuff,
Right.
And I'm like, okay, that's just like a little band-aid.
Well, I mean, you can only build. That's only one entity, and East St. Louis is not building it. I mean, you have private investors that's doing it, so you have to figure out how to solicit private investors to bring them to do other things in the city. I talked about East St. Louis would be a perfect city to rebuild our so-called Black Wall Street, because it's an empty slate, and it can be done. A lot of the property, people who live outside of the community owns the property. Sarah Foss owned a big chunk of the property. I think his son or whoever the guy is from Edwardsville own most of the property over there from 9th Street all the way over to Jackie Joyner. He owns all of that stuff. And most of that stuff been for sale for a long time. So we have to think that we can rebuild, but we have to give people the habit of spending money with people who look like us versus Arab.
I mean, yeah, okay. I'm trying not to go there, but I'm just saying, okay, until us can do for us, then I don't see that us is going to move anywhere. Okay,
Yes.
Absolutely. And
but us have the money when it comes to our annual income in the United States. Us have the money.
No, they got the money.
No, we have
Us
the money.
is us.
Us is if they tell us that Black America generates $1.7 trillion per year, then us got the money. Us just spend it wrong. Us just don't spend it in our community. If I just hypothetically, if I can go to Shiloh, O'Fallon, Swansea, somewhere, if I can buy a $250,000 to $400,000 crib, I could have bought 6 of them in the city, but we won't do that because it's gonna take us too long to rebuild it. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought, when Carl Officer was in there and Donahue came to East St. Louis, I thought, it's finna be cracking. But it didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that.
President Clinton came, a long time ago.
Clinton came when the 25th Street thing came, because that Gordon Bush was there.
Exactly. But a long time ago, President Johnson in the 60s, who took over for Kennedy, came. I saw him. I'm just saying that, let me just go on that note. Until you start to deal with internally what the issue is. Here's a good example. It makes no sense to say I'm going to go clean up a yard, right? If you don't teach the people the reason why you clean up the yard, the same trash is going to come back there. Okay? Right. It don't matter. You're going to have, it's something else. You just can't keep on putting a bandage over cancer. You cannot. You cannot do it. I mean, go ahead.
Right. So for me, you asked, where is the state of our youth going?
Yes.
First, we need to understand where we went wrong, because I grew up in East St. Louis and it was Woolworth, and I went to SIUE down there where they made it out of some apartments. Okay. And I was 3 years old reading from that program. And when I was little, my school teachers lived in the neighborhood.
Yes.
I think that's number one. We need to come back to East St. Louis.
Yes.
Because when I was little, the dentist lived down the street.
Yes.
Everybody who was somebody lived off Lake Drive.
That's right.
And like I said, our school teachers lived in our neighborhood. Like we played with the 4th grade teacher's son growing up. Yeah. You don't have that anymore. So first of all, I think as regards to the youth, also, we can't whoop them no more. Let me tell you, I believe these kids need their behinds beat until they're 10 years old. And then once they 10, if you've instilled in them what you should have instilled in them, all you got to do is talk to them after they 10 and do stuff like take the door off their bedroom.
Take the door off.
Take their mattress. Take that cell phone.
Take my stuff. I'm calling my daddy.
Video game. Because that's the kind of mom that I was. You ain't gonna listen, or you got bad grades. Give me your mattress. You could sleep on the box spring, sleep on the floor fall. I don't care. So what I'm saying is, number one, as we go, they can call their daddy. He's in lockstep with me. When it comes to the youth,
I'm just
So
joking.
we need to, first of all, we can't whoop them or the police coming
Right,
to get us.
right,
If
right.
we
That's
whoop
right.
them.
That's right.
When I lived in Houston, Texas, Texas is who started you can't whoop your kids. Texas is the reason why we can't whoop our kids no more. So first of all, I think that they don't pray in schools no more. These kids do not have any they don't have to have any regard for anything.
For life.
I
For
was
life.
yeah, and they make it hard for the school teachers. They don't pay them anything. And then
Mhm.
they gotta babysit these kids all day for us to go to work. And then when they get home, they ain't doing nothing. The
Well,
kids, so as far as the youth is concerned, it used to be go over there and rake Miss Johnson yard. It's on a Saturday. Go over there and shovel Miss Johnson driveway for the snow. These little boys these days don't know work ethic. They don't know any of that. So as
that's
far as
right.
like the youth, I think that we've been the government and the police and everybody, they've taken over, but they don't want to take over. Like you can't just tell a 13-year-old little boy, hey, go over there and rake them leaves out of Miss Franklin yard. They ain't gonna do it.
No, they're
They
not.
ain't
They're
got
probably
no
gonna
respect
push
for Miss Franklin. They push Miss Franklin down.
you.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
So as
So
far as
so
the youth, we need to be able to discipline them for number one. And
Mhm.
number two, they shouldn't have as many rights as they have. And I think that's really, and this coming from somebody that raised 3 children in the 2000s. So my kids is two of them is in college, and my son is 22 doing what he want to do, and my two daughters go to Bethune Cookman in
Mhm.
Florida.
Mhm.
I was, let me tell you a story. I was in the police station, not because I was going to jail or nothing. I forgot why I needed to be there, but my son, he was about 4. And we was on the elevator. It was me, my mom, and my sister. And we was downtown East St. I think it was like my brother going through something. And we was downtown East St. Louis, and it was us three and my son. And we was on this elevator going upstairs. And it was a police officer on the elevator with us. And my son was doing something ridiculous. And I popped him. And my sister was looking at me like, girl, you can't do that. I said, I don't give a damn. This is my son. And the police looked at me, and I looked back at him because this is my child that I have to take home with me, and he has to do what I say. So I think that as far as the youth, I think that they need discipline,
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about extension cords. I believe in taking a belt to their hide. I do. I
Mhm.
believe they should be popped. I believe a 2-year-old can get popped. Um, for example, my baby girl Miracle, she's in college. When she was 2, she wanted to touch the stove. I was baking something, and the stove was hot, and I popped her. Don't do that. So I believe that we should be able to discipline kids
I do.
from
I
when they
do.
are little, and we can't do that anymore. So right now, we can't say what the state of the future is in regards to the youth because we can't control them. We can't barely tell them what to do.
Well, you know
They're
what? The youth
exposed to
are our youth.
technology.
The youth are our future. So you already summed it up. Unless we grab them and get them right, we don't really have a future. Okay.
We don't.
We don't really have a future because ain't nobody teaching them how to be good law abiding citizens. Doggone it.
Right.
Okay. That's the bottom line. No. I do understand about, I mean, I raised 2 sons, okay, and both of my sons are doing well. I mean, I'm just saying, but I will beat them, number one. Number two, I will threaten them. Number one and number two and number one. I will beat them, I will threaten them. I would say, I'm not the one, okay?
Not.
My son told me, Mom, I'm still scared of you. I'm good with that. I'm good with you still being scared of me, okay? Because I was not going to let you become a statistic,
You're not.
okay? If I could help it, I'm going to do all that I can do. And that's where we go, Tanita, with the strong woman, okay? Here we go.
Here we
Okay.
go.
So I had to use the strong woman tools then. I had to, okay? because it's like I ain't have no real help for real. You know, it's a bad thing to
Right.
be married and single at the same time. It's a bad thing, right? Okay,
It's,
so
but
Do
it's
what?
possible.
that's
What did
my
you
life,
just say?
huh?
You can
You
be
said
married
married
and a
and
single
single?
mother.
Single.
You can be a married woman and be a single mother at the same
At the
time.
same time. Thank you, Tanita. You don't believe us, Danny?
Yeah, I believe you. I
Okay.
believe everything you say.
Whatever. I just said that.
I believe everything. I believe everything you say. Okay, so all right, so
Go ahead.
we've been on for an hour and 35 minutes. You
This
know,
has been so much fun, Tanita. I'm loving on
I know
you.
I know we can talk all day. Uh, however, if y'all get a chance to, y'all share the broadcast. We're gonna have to continue this another day. Y'all pick the day. You just gotta text me and tell me what day y'all wanna do,
We
and
can do this.
we can go on. And hold up, where we at?
Color of Success. It was very successful in our community. Now, let me tell you, Anna is all the way up north. You can almost stand at her house and look at Wisconsin. I'm just saying.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how far she up.
Oh,
All
okay. Yeah,
right.
she way
Yeah,
up there.
yeah. She way up there. Okay. When you start getting nosebleeds, I told her I don't come
Yeah,
up this far. I go
yeah,
down south. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know what
And it get cold up there. Super cold.
Yes. Rude cold.
Ridiculous. Be like,
Yeah.
It's
So
Lord,
just
I'm
Lord,
like,
be like,
these
Lord,
kids are just
Lord, what
amazing
I
to
do
me
to
these
you is too
days.
cold.
Yeah. These kids these days are just amazing to me because my mama was 5 foot. That's it. She ain't had no more height. I'm 5'9", and I have 4 older brothers. All of us was afraid of that lady. We loved her and we knew that she loved us,
right.
but the disrespect she wasn't going for. And the way that she ran their household with 6 kids in it, it's like a whole different world than what's going on right now inside
Right.
these
That's
households.
right.
Right,
My
right.
mom, like we knew, oh, she get off at 5 o'clock or she get off at 4:30. We knew it's time to clean up. Now it could be the summertime or a Saturday. We done
That's
laid
right.
around all day. We done messed up, tore up everything. But guess what? We knew what time she was finna walk through that door, and we
Mhm.
had it together. We knew not to let that school call her. It was just certain things that we just knew that these kids these days, they don't have,
Why we keep talking
it
about the
doesn't even
kids
occur
these
to them.
days though? Why we keep talking about the kids these days? What we didn't teach our children? If
It's not what we didn't teach our children. I just told you that law enforcement start imposing on our personal goings on in our homes.
Yeah,
Also,
but
they took prayer out
your
of the
kids still
schools,
would
and also they
your
took
kids would still
pedaling
would
out
never
of the
call on
schools.
you though. Your kids still wouldn't
Huh?
call on you. Your kids didn't call nobody on you, did it?
Because of the level of respect that they had for me.
That's what I'm saying.
And because
So
of the
when
way
you
I was raised, everybody wasn't. Listen, when you're talking about these kids these days, you have to understand that these kids these days was raised by the children of crackheads. Don't forget that crack hit the scene in the 70s and 80s in the black community, and then it was just crackheads in the 90s. I am me and my generation, we're those people children. So now we're raising children.
that don't
So don't
I don't
forget
understand what
that.
you're saying.
Okay.
A 16 or 17-year-old is our kids our our kids age.
Or the grandparent, which have grandparents,
Or the grandkids. So that
or the
means that
grandkids of the
means
crack epidemic. The
so
kids these days are the grandchildren of the crack epidemic. So not all of them have that in them. So like now you have people that's my age that's like, oh, I was raised a certain way. My mama was in the streets. So I'm not gonna do this to my kids. I'm gonna make sure my kids don't
yeah,
XYZ.
so
They don't
so
have to
Mhm.
do this.
Mhm.
what I would say is that at 56 years old, you have some people who say that they're not going to do to their kids what their parents did to them. Okay, So what I'm saying is, these are our children's children.
Right.
What we didn't teach our children that make them not want to do how we did it. That either means that somebody dropped the ball and did it wrong somewhere, or they just went off on it, or did they just go off on their own? Millions of people just went off on their own and said, "I'm gonna let my children do it a certain way." So
Yes, because
so
the ass whooping hurts. And so a lot of people be stuck when they got a butt beaten when they was little, and they say, you know what, I'm not gonna whoop my kids because that hurt me, and I didn't like that. But then now they got kids that's out here shooting up shit,
But
and
listen,
out here a
I used
menace
to
to
get a whooping every
society.
day. I got a whooping every day
Listen,
in the summer. I got a
you
whooping
hear
every
me?
day. Every
Do you
day.
hear me?
oh, me too. Me too. I probably got whooping every day. I mean,
I got whooping every day in the summertime.
it was on a
And guess when
Sunday,
it
on a
started?
Monday, every time.
It started right now when daylight saving changed, okay? Because I ain't coming home till I get ready, okay?
Right.
Right.
What I was then is the same as I am now. I have not changed. People just don't be beating on me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that I got beat, and then I beat my kids, okay? But I mean, it wasn't an everyday thing, right? But I had that type of ammunition in my tool belt to say, I will hurt you, okay? And that's
y'all keep saying y'all whooped all these kids.
I will whoop
hit me. I'm telling my daddy.
I don't care who you tell. As they used to say then, go get your daddy, whatever. Okay.
And you know, my daddy never disciplined us. My daddy never did. It was my mama.
Daddy did not discipline us.
My mama was getting in all up in that behind. Do you hear me? My mama was getting it. My daddy,
you hear me?
my daddy
telling
didn't
my
have to
daddy,
do nothing.
and my daddy call and say, "What you hit that boy for?"
I don't care.
Well, he did. Don't be whooping him from nothing. Don't be whooping him from nothing.
I ain't whooping people for nothing because I ain't got time for it and stuff. But if you clown,
then he started saying, "Boy, don't call me with that."
Right.
Don't call me with that. Oh wait.
Right.
I'm calling you for nothing. I'm calling you for nothing. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyway,
helping them to know their purpose and value, finding out their interests and pair them up with those who are willing to mentor them. Yeah, we can do that, you know. But in between all that and stuff, you better show them who's boss. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because some kids to get with a mentor and clown.
Yes.
Yes.
They'll
get right with a mentor and clown them.
Yes.
And I'm like, no, you clown if you want to. That's another thing. Wherever you clown, that's why I'm a clown.
I'm gonna clown.
Wow.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a clown right with you.
I'm a clown right with you.
Well, it's gonna be two clowns. There's gonna be two clowns then.
Yeah.
Well, it's a circus. Do you understand?
Welcome
because
to the
I wasn't
circus.
allowing my kids.
Welcome to
my
Ringling
mom
Brothers.
didn't allow me. It's gonna be a circus. Do.
I heard that. I start thinking about that music. Just when she starts playing, I start.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And this corner over here, over here,
we got Boo Boo the fool over here. Think I'm an idiot. Who think I'm an idiot?
To the stage.
Now coming to the stage, to center stage.
Popular demand. Because I'm going to whip it out on you, okay? And they'll say,
mama tell us, when you clown, I'm going to clown. Wherever you clown at, I'm going to clown at. So we just didn't. Yeah. These kids are not raised with a certain thing that we was raised with.
Right.
They don't have any fear. They don't have any fear.
Right.
They don't got no fear.
Exactly.
They don't believe, as they say, that fat meat is greasy. They don't.
Well, let me say this. When I talk to young cats, they pretend or say that don't nobody care about it. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go.
Or I'm just telling you that their explanation, or they might say, you know, well, my mama, she be too busy. She working too much. I had to sit home and watch my brother now, man. Or
so
whatever. Now I understand what you're saying, but if you sit down and talk to the youth, they'll tell you what their issue is, and we
Mm-hmm.
we look at it as if, oh, you got to get over that. Well, I used to have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But some of them need an outlet because you have a lot of the young men that are very intelligent or have a lot of skills, and they need let me say this, and I ain't trying to give them no excuse for what they do,
Mhm.
but a lot of the little young boys, you see them playing with guns and things like this. A lot of the young black boys are mechanical people,
Mhm.
so they like to touch things. They like to play with things. That's why you see them boys. You say like, how he 15 years old or 13 years old, and he know how to steal a whole car, cause they mechanical. They know how to do things, and we don't give them that outlet to to be able to mold that particular talent that they have. A lot of these young cats got a lot of talent. I mean, y'all pretty much sure by us being in Oryx, y'all talk to a lot of young ladies. Some of them young ladies, I mean, and thinking Sexy Red is the best thing going.
Glorilla.
You know what I'm saying? Glorilla. So you have these type of things going on because they have a lot of talent and they're very intelligent. It's not like, I mean, you can run across some of them that's functionally illiterate, but they still know how to fix things and make things and create things. But we have to give them that outlet, and if we don't give them that outlet, then what we doing? The thing we doing is complaining how they're not being productive or successful, but we back away from them and say, well, ain't nothing I can do with him. But he 10. What you mean? You done gave up on him. You allowed him to stand on the furniture and cuss everybody out when he was 2, and it was funny. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
And see,
now,
that's why I said 2-year-olds can be popped.
yes. So he now he 13 and 14 years old, and he telling you what he not gonna do, and you saying that ain't nothing I can do with him, but he's still in your house. But you steady buying him Jordans. He got to play. He on PlayStation 6, and you done bought him every one that you can buy him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah. All right then, good people.
Yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
getting sleepy. It's past my bedtime. I'm the senior on this line. I am the senior. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If we wouldn't have been on here, I'd already been asleep.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
As my mama said, you too young for that. No.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be sitting watching TV and be out. The TV would be watching me.
Wow.
And especially if I'm watching YouTube, it asks me, the question pop up, are you still
Are
watching?
you still watching? I'm gonna ask them, are you still watching me? Watch you. What's up?
Right. Exactly.
Now you know what I ain't doing. You gonna feel me? That's some crazy stuff. But no, I've had a good time. And you brought me out of my comfort zone because I know I got a podcast and all that, but I don't do no free stuff. Not free meaning like just loose stuff like this. Yes. I usually be like, you know what I'm saying? It's regimental.
It's scripted. Yours is scripted.
Yeah, it's pretty scripted, and I stay on one little topic, and then I'm done. But with this, I can float on any type of topic.
Yes.
Yes. So this was really, really super fun. I mean, I applaud you and thank you so much for coming.
I've been trying to get Tanita on, but she said she only available on the weekend. But that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother podcast. But we gonna deal with that.
Was she on today? You talking about her?
I'm on today.
Yeah, she on today. She told me.
I'm free on Fridays.
But she been on with us and stuff, So okay. Because we was talking the right stuff. See, if you talk the right stuff, okay. Yeah, Anna is the senior that's on here. She older than me. Okay.
And she holding on.
Okay. But no, she came on and she started hanging with us and stuff. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody who tuned in, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. I had a nice time. This has been great. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to do this again. I'm trying to do this morning coffee thing. But that's morning coffee is on a Saturday morning. Usually, I used to do a morning coffee where I come on and I might be sipping on something, you know.
Something.
Yeah, I don't drink like that, so it ain't no drinking. But I might be sipping. If I don't have no coffee, it might be some water or some milk. I might say it's coffee, but the name of that segment is morning coffee, and it can we can be talking about we can talk about anything. Tanita told me to stay on topic, but I'm not. I'm
like
not
morning coffee.
I'm not listening to her. But
I like morning coffee, and you should talk about a plethora of things. You should talk about everything that your target audience wants to hear.
Yes.
You should talk about it.
Yes.
You should. And I do like the concept of morning coffee on a Saturday morning.
Yes. And so that'll be and I can only do that for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I could talk a long time, but I will, if I do that one, I will it'd probably be just 30 minutes. I gotta find out when people are on.
You gotta have an hour.
You ain't gotta find out. You just jump on. Jump on. I done told you that.
Jump on.
Just jump on. I mean, hey, I know I told you that I don't do that well. I don't do the jump on well, but I can tell other people to jump on. I don't do the jump on.
No. But now you know if I go on, you can use the link. Tanita, hold that link. Hold that link stays good until because I can go to the site and regenerate the link and it'll change the link. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, this link you can always click on it and come on. You know what I'm saying?
So what time is morning coffee?
I don't know what time you think. What time you think is a good time?
What time is it's up to you?
I don't know. I get up early. I'm just saying.
Well, I would say 9-10 because some Saturdays is some people they work Monday through Friday, and they don't want to be up at 8. They don't want to be up at 7.
Yes.
So 9-10, I think that's a good time for morning coffee, and I think you should just let the conversation go where it's going and go according to today's events. Like we have a lot of things to talk about in regards to Washington D.C.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can also talk
about Washington D.C. is good right now. Don't worry about that. That stuff that's going on in Washington D.C. don't have nothing to do with black people.
You right about now. That's what you right about.
So one of the things that black folks need to do is stay out the way and let them fight.
See how that's a whole other conversation.
That's a whole other conversation.
That's a conversation that can carry itself, and it definitely need more than 30 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. No. That's fine. But what I
might decide to do some coffee with you.
Yeah. So what the thing is about that, and I'm just gonna touch on it a little bit, is that some of the stuff that they talking about don't have nothing to do with us.
A lot of it don't have nothing to do with us.
I hate that topic.
So we are actually we're actually in a from the vantage point of looking at the news and all this other stuff, and the people who talk about it, you'll see people that look like us want to jump in on that, but it don't have nothing to do with us. We need to just stand back. DEI and no, they never had nothing to do with us. We never benefited. We never benefited off of it anyway. So
they have never done DEI that they can say this is a model for DEI. So when people are getting upset about DEI,
and they getting upset,
do some research,
and they getting upset.
They getting upset, and what they don't even know what the impact of DEI was. Okay, is
exactly
right. Don't start me now. Look, any job I worked, I deserved it. I didn't get it from DEI. I got it because of that big degree that I got and the experience that I got. It didn't come from because I'm black and they want to let somebody black in.
Exactly.
DEI ain't what they think it is. They thinking this is the 60s that I just want somebody to let me in for a job. I want that's not what this is.
They think it's affirmative. They think of affirmative action, but they stop using.
direction.
They stopped
But what
using.
everybody fails to highlight is that Black women are the most educated demographic in this country.
Yes.
This is a whole nother conversation because
Oh
they
no,
try to say that it's
man. This
DEI.
what
No,
make
I'm
me
the most
mad.
qualified candidate that you had.
I got
Yes.
a real
Let's-
attitude
I
about
mean,
this.
we can't
be honest.
we can't fill all
We
of
gonna
we
say,
can't.
oh,
Let me say that. Let me
she's
say
a
that.
Black
Let me,
woman, so she's the DEI
let-
hire. No, I'm the most qualified candidate
yes,
that you came
yes,
across.
yes. So what I want to say, we're gonna have to end because
You
we're
started this.
we're gonna have to pick up on this. So
Saturday morning?
yes. So one of the things we have to understand when it comes to our demographics is that we happen to be the smartest of all. The way that we function in our community doesn't look like that. But when you look at these major companies, it's always somebody of color way up there. They might not be the top person, but way up there as the puppet master. And they running the whole show. But they don't want to tell you that. We run the whole show. We can't fill all of the jobs because it's 216 million of them versus 48 million of us. So we got to get that out of our head of, well, I didn't get the job or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. We got to understand that we can't fill them all no way.
But I get mad about this whole subject. Okay, I'm just telling you.
Okay. Well,
you know why
I'm
I get
finna
mad? I'm
stop.
tell you the reason why I get mad. Okay, I get upset because the real reference point has not been told. Meaning this, you don't start off any conversation with me, or you shouldn't with anybody else, until we all define or on the same page. One person think is this, another person think is that, another person think is that. You're not getting anywhere. You need to define, what are we talking about for real? What is, thank you. I will say it again, girl. Okay, I'm just saying, what are we, you're right, I will say it. What are we really talking about? What's this conversation about? DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Okay, so we have that at my job. So what does it actually mean? What has been going on? Ain't nobody, I mean, maybe I'm not following the news. I don't look at the news. So one, I just listen, you know what I do. But anyway, I'm just saying, get on the same page of what we fighting for, what we talking about first. Then you say, do I want to march to that drum? Okay. If you don't, then you go the other way. Don't just jump on because everybody else is on the bus. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I say I get upset about, I do get upset because the people are just running their mouth. They all over everywhere thinking they doing something. Right. We are so unorganized with this. It don't even make no kind of sense. Mm-hmm. But you think you're doing something because you sent me a text. Now you don't do this on this day, and you don't do this on this day. Who are you talking to?
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Them people think they got something going. Don't do that.
But that's the
don't do that.
That's the part right there.
Don't
right
do
there.
That. Don't do them
okay,
like
okay,
that.
I'm gonna stop. Okay, good.
Why not abstain from doing it as a whole instead of one day? That's one day off their net profit for a whole 365 days.
But they not missing that day because you told them to go the day before and get what you need. I spent it the day before.
They're prepared for the losses for that day.
It's a plus and a minus. I got my gas on this day.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna do it on this. That's what I'm talking about.
I already spent the money. I spent the money the day before.
Okay.
We're gonna stop. Yeah.
Okay,
we're gonna talk about this.
I told you, man. I told you. Okay, look, my camera didn't start acting all crazy and stuff, or something happened. I think it went out. I don't know what happened.
You got something fell on it. What's
it?
It
looked like it, but it ain't nothing that fell on it. Maybe it's telling me, girl, stop it. Okay, whatever. I will stop it.
All right. So,
I know what happened. Wait, hold on. That'll close it all the way. No, this camera started acting crazy, so it switched to another camera. That's
okay. Got it.
I'm just
all right. So this the deal. I mean, if y'all like I say, I'll crank it up about 9:00 on Saturday. If y'all want to come on, y'all come on
I try to be there and stuff. I got a very busy schedule. Okay.
Tanita, if you go from your computer, it'll show a big screen like this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying.
Next time I use my
I
computer.
just die. What happened? I'm just so upset. Okay. This
All right,
is
so
Now I can see
so wait a minute. So
at 9 a.m. with my little Starbucks coffee.
She having so many difficulties. I don't know what's going on with light skinned people. But anyway, okay.
The colorism.
colorism.
Colorism. Miss Annabelle say colorism. Oh, who said colorism? You said colorism. Tanita said colorism. I'm sorry.
My camera done got hot food.
I appreciate Miss Anna for sticking in here with us. I appreciate you, Tanita, for stopping by. Let me see who else stopped by. Miss Pinky Beverly stopped by. Sean Border stopped by. Frank McCall stopped by. Yolanda Wooden stopped by.
My Sarah.
Yeah. Kaya stopped by. Carl Maddox stopped by. Who else was in here? Oh, it was a few of them.
Don't tell me my camera. Please.
So no. You good? I mean, what you were recording on something else too?
No. I'm saying this is my right here. This is my camera.
Is it Logitech?
Yes.
Okay.
And so this is the computer camera. See, look.
So at first you was using the Logitech or the computer camera?
Using a Logitech. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, right now, like on mine, right now I'm using the one off of my laptop.
I didn't want to use that one. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'm okay.
So it's showing good.
I'm getting mad and stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a fit. You know how kids get sleepy and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's me.
She's sleepy. That's all.
I'm sleepy. I'm real sleepy.
Leslie Dunn, she stopped by. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. For everybody out there, I thank y'all.
Oh.
Y'all don't have to hang up, but I'm a closed out. And
thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Okay, I have a wonderful Saturday morning. Oh, I like a little clap. Clap is wonderful. Yeah. I love it. All right then. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Lanita.
Tanita.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Tanita.
All right.
Tanita.
Did I say it wrong?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, I appreciate you. All right, peace out.
I don't even know how to get out of here.
I know you don't.
I guess I do.
All right, y'all. I had a good show. It went well. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. We talked 2 hours. 2 whole hours. 2 whole hours. Miss Annabelle, we talked 2 whole hours. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.